Whoa! Hello, everyone. Braden's having a sip, and we're having a dip into some movie stuff this week. Thank you all for joining us on episode 192 of Millennial Movie Talk. I am your host, Alex Lamb. Joined with me, Michael Herman.
Hello.
Braden Dixon.
Hello.
And Christian Bianchini.
Hello.
Little ethnic.
It felt like I should answer in Italian.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Buongiorno.
Ciao.
Two different types of white people over here. So.
Yeah. Chris is the foreign white.
Yes.
We're really diversifying, aren't we?
Mm-hmm. We get a white guy with some pasta sauce running through his veins.
Yes. And I can't speak without flailing my arms.
Yeah. Well,
like a Muppet.
Yep. That's us. Thanks for
make fun of Chris's
summing up
syndrome.
Thanks for summing up our country. Beautiful fantasy land of Italy. It's not real.
It doesn't exist.
No.
We made it up a while ago to keep.
That's actually a photo of Chris there.
That's Italy.
Yeah, that's Italy. Sure.
Oh, bless. How are we all doing this week, guys?
Good.
Yeah,
good.
It's
all
like a
feeling good.
Degrees down here.
Yeah,
in
all a
Australia
little like heat exhausted, clearly from the start of this podcast. But
because we're red hot. We're red hot.
It's about 33 degrees outside where I am,
and that's the coolest it's been for most of the day.
Yes.
Good fun. We love it.
We're hitting about 31 where I am.
Oh, okay. As we'll go to Michael's, it's cooler.
Yeah, all right.
It is.
It's closer to the sky, so
I bet the pool is significantly cooler as well.
No pool.
There's no pool, Chris.
There's no pool? Okay, Michael keeps moving.
It's been a couple of years, Chris.
I only go to his house like once a year, so this
Michael keeps moving.
It's been multiple years.
Chris.
We missed the last one.
Oh, well, it's also been so.
We've skipped a couple, Chris.
Yep, we've skipped a couple.
I can't get myself in focus. Talk while I focus.
Of course, I was talking about the pool of tears around Michael because he has no friends on Facebook. There you go. Saved it.
Saved himself.
At his expense.
Michael, are you okay?
No, not really. According to Chris, no, I'm not okay, but...
No.
Well, it's okay if you're not okay because Marvel Studios released their latest flick. It's over on the big screen, or you could call it the green screen because that's what 98% of the film was shot on.
The volume. Wasn't the green screen? It was a volume.
You could really tell with some of those shots. Hey,
I thought people were like, "Oh, the CGI looked good." I'm like, "Did it?
Did it look good?"
Parts of it.
It just never felt. My biggest problem. Nothing looked real. Nothing ever looked. Not that like I expect the quantum realm to look real, but it just always looked like they were standing on a set.
It was very dark.
Now, just for the Marvel illiterate, was this the new Ant-Man? Sorry,
this is the new Ant-Man.
Okay, I did see the short for this.
We got 3 Ant-Man movies in a time when they couldn't even keep a DCU running.
Yes.
So
on the page of the CGI, none of it. I didn't look at any of it and be like, "Whoa!" Like with the new Fast trailer, when you can clearly tell it's CG and a green screen.
What are you talking about?
But none of it like blew me out the water. I thought the visuals of the quantum realm, like background wise, were cool.
I liked the concept art basically. Like I liked the design that they were going for. I mean, let's be honest here. That film ended and Michaela turned to me and said, "How did you just convince me to see a new Star Wars movie?"
They tried.
I think
just tried to make Star
Wars. Failed.
I think Alex summed up the entire movie perfectly in his Letterboxd review.
Ant-Man.
Yeah, that's all. That's about all we have to say.
Ant-Man or Ant-Man Quantumania.
I think it's pretty rough to call this film Ant-Man and the Wasp.
She's got 10 lines in the film.
She was barely in.
She's not in the movie.
Well, mind you, 80% of the cast were barely in that film. Like you've got, I mean, like slight spoilers, I guess. You've got Michael Douglas just putting his hands in some goop. and
Ants.
And he likes ants.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all he's there for.
Michelle Pfeiffer's got probably the second most to do in the film after
Which
Paul
is
Rudd.
not a lot.
Yeah, and it's only because she just knows Kang.
Yep.
She's
And
like,
I mean, can we talk about the one really good part of this movie though?
Yeah, the new
that
big
is-
bad Marvel villain. He's meant to be the biggest, baddest Marvel villain. Spoilers, by the way, coming here. He's meant to be the biggest, baddest Marvel villain we've got now. You know, he's meant to be a Thanos level threat. And
New Thanos.
How do you get beaten? How do you get beaten, guys? How do you get beaten?
Ants.
I like ants.
You got beaten by ants.
So, technologically superior ants
I
that
don't
have lived
care.
1,000 years.
Yeah, these are million-year ants. You got to remember that.
1,000-year ants.
So like a
Are we-
level, like you'd describe them as like what fucking level 2 civilization or whatever, like the next step up is.
Yeah.
Are we talking there's some kind of like future super advanced ant civilization?
Chris, if you like super advanced ant civilizations, you're gonna
'Cause-
fucking love 20 seconds of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be a big part of the film,
No.
but 20 seconds, no,
Look-
that's not enough. But I was very interested for a second.
Chris was interested for longer than the part was in the film. So
Exactly.
Yep. Okay.
Look-
Ant-Man 3, everybody.
Oh, bless.
This movie sort of it doesn't give you much at the start. There's no sort of build up. It's sort of
he just throws
straight
it
into
in.
it. It just straight into it, and the entire time, it's sort of just like, all right, cool. Like there's no real ups or downs. There's nothing that gripped me. It was sort of just the same line the whole way through.
This is better than Thor: Love and Thunder, which is still is not saying much.
Not saying much at all.
Because this has dropped from like a 3 to like a 2.5 for me. Because like this movie's just so forgettable.
It's very forgettable because like this. I guess this is a spoiler. Nothing really happens.
No.
You're in there, and the stakes at the end of the movie are the exact same as they are at the start of the movie.
Let's talk about this end. Let's just talk about the end for a sec.
I thought this movie was meant to show us how Kang's getting to like the universe, I guess.
Yeah.
But nothing happens.
It did in a way.
It did,
Not
but like
in the movie.
yeah,
in the credits.
I want to talk about how this movie ends and nothing happens. Nothing's different.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed with the ending.
So can I just say that the trailer set this movie up to be kind of like a Quantumania heist film, where like I thought Act 1 was going to be Kang capturing Cassie, and then it was like they go on a heist to steal something for Kang, but that's half of Act 2 of the film.
That's barely a side plot. That's like
it happens within 15 minutes. It's like a 15-minute section of the film.
The whole movie really should have been that.
Yeah,
yes.
And that would have been really interesting, and that gels well with Ant-Man because like the first one was a heist movie, and like it's doing that is taking like what worked in the first film and putting it into like still like a weird quantum realm kind of vibe.
Yeah, this completely other sci-fi level.
I reckon that would have been, and like there's the stakes of like it's his daughter he's got to save. He's already lost so much time with her, and like I thought they were going to explore that more, but that's all throwaway.
Even just like the whole sort of thing there where like the sort of internal conflict of he shouldn't do this and give Kang the power, but he's going to do whatever for his daughter. Like that internal conflict isn't really, he's sort of just like, fuck it.
And this movie completely throws away the charm of the Ant-Man movies, whereas we've ditched all of his friends.
Yeah, not even a cameo.
Not even a cameo.
They're all on the red carpet and then just nothing.
Like not even in the film at all. And like I don't know, man. I just felt like they really rushed this one to, like, just.
I would be interested to see if COVID really fucked this movie or not. Because,
I don't know.
Like,
to me, it felt like they wanted to introduce Kang in a movie, and then they didn't care what else happened.
Yeah, that was literally going to be my point. It just feels like they're trying to get Kang into like the movies, as quick as possible. And that's how they decided to do it.
Which is a shame because they were already setting up such good stuff with the end of Loki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could have just kept it with Loki. And that would have been a really cool thing because you would have been like, oh, cool. They're really showing you how their universe is connected across TV shows and movies. Instead, they're really just making it... You can watch the TV shows if you want to. The only one that it's actually been kind of confusing for was Doctor Strange. If people hadn't watched WandaVision, they would have been like, "What's going on?"
Yeah, you straight up need to watch
everything else.
WandaVision for that movie.
It hasn't mattered.
But yeah,
I mean, Captain America will matter, obviously.
I feel like they did a great job with Kang in this movie. He is the big bad. Like everyone fears him. Jonathan Majors kicks it out the park, and like it's not on him for the ending. It's the writing because like nothing is sacrificed. Nothing is.
And they put the ending in the trailer.
Yeah, that's always not fun.
But like I thought we were heading towards the thing. Like I know we've already had a fair amount of it, but sort of the passing of the old guard. Like I thought
Scott should have died. How sick would have the ending been if they're waiting for Scott on the other side and his helmet just comes through?
Yeah, it would have been. It really frustrates me because.
Or even he dies to stop the portal. Like
when that portal opens again, it was so disappointing. Yeah. And like I don't even like. It was just.
There's two options.
Liked if they were just trapped there for a while, and then like they could make a return in the final film of the phase 6.
There was two options.
Cool. Big thing is coming back. That is like her whole thing in this movie is coming in to save the day.
And like
so the two endings that would have worked better for me is one, we kill Scott, and Kang gets through the portal, or Scott dies closing the portal. Now,
because he hits him with the line. Neither of us have to win. We just both have to lose.
He was like, "I don't have to win. We just both have to lose."
Yeah,
and then he wins.
Yeah, and then he wins. So that would have been great. Or then, do what they did. Have Wasp come through and save him. Portal gets destroyed, and they're stuck in there.
Yeah,
just for the end of this movie.
I would have really liked that. That would have been fun. It gives you a lot of options for later on.
Because we're at the point now,
nothing happened.
The MCU where we had the most a genius billionaire who built technology who like somehow scrounged and built an armored suit in a cave
from a box of scraps.
From a box of scraps, and now we've got Cassie Lang building a teleporter portal to the quantum realm.
How
many Einsteins are there?
Got a satellite.
We've come quite a ways from Iron Man.
Right? Like, didn't things seem better back then? When...
Gotta say,
And only Tony Stark can do things like that.
Yeah.
This was Michaela's comment, and when she said it, I really went, "Oh yeah, that is kind of true." The new actress that we got for Cassie,
kind of sleptwalked through.
Really, not a lot of emotion in that girl.
I like her as an actress. She's been really good in some things. I'm not going to say this is one of them.
No.
What is she? She's in really Blockers. That's what I remember.
She was in Blockers. She was great in Blockers. She was great in Freaky with playing Vince Vaughn.
That's right. She was in Freaky.
Playing that's the Vince Vaughn serial killer movie where they swap bodies.
Yeah. Was she the main person in Freaky?
Yeah, she was the main girl in Freaky.
I didn't even recognize them as like that. That's such different.
See what happens when you change your hair color?
What else?
Freaky was really good.
Yeah, she was really good in Freaky. She was really good in Blockers. Her name's Catherine Newton.
Yeah. Well, hey, then clearly she can act.
I think it was the direction, man. This one, the direction.
I think it was the directing and a bit of the writing, because the writing at times seemed a bit dry.
The MCU, we're going to Rick and Morty at the moment.
Rick and Morty.
Everyone's going to the multiverse. It's hot right now. Multiverse is hot right now.
And you know what? I realized the sole writer,
the OG multiverse.
The sole writer on this film is one of the main writers from Rick and Morty. Yeah. So that Marvel currently just getting Rick and Morty writers in because multiverse.
Oh my god! Yeah, you're right. The aliens were so fucking Rick and Morty. Jesus Christ.
The alien that with the goop that ended up getting the hole.
It was kind of
with holes.
It was kind of my favorite one though. He was a bit
funny.
Nah, he was just he was so Rick and Morty. Wow.
No. That's the thing. I think it was like added a bit of good humor into it, but yes, it's very Rick and Morty-esque.
That humor can definitely become.
William Jackson Harbour,
getting
really
completely underused in the film.
Very underutilized, but was very good for their one scene that they were really in. And little cameos from Ryan Bergara and Mario Scott. Very early on.
Right at the start.
Oh my god, Michaela and I were like the Leo meme. We were like, wow.
Apparently Soups was in the film somewhere. He's the TikTok guy who just talks about films on TikTok. He's kind of like buttered bread, where it's just nothing.
Right.
So yeah, he was somewhere.
Hey, if you want to buy Scott Lang's autobiography, you can pre-order it at Greenlight Comics.
My only issue,
real book. It's a real book.
The thing I'm scared about though is that the guy who wrote this is also the sole writer on Avengers Kang Dynasty.
Stop it! No. Oh, don't disappoint me like that, Alex. That's not good.
Yeah.
Bringing that up, like just because you mentioned Avengers, I just remember like the line that Kang goes through is like, "I've killed plenty of it." He's so cool. The movie did him dirty at the end.
Let me talk about this because
we haven't talked about MODOK yet.
Everything about Kang, I love. Well, we'll talk about that in a second. Everything with Kang,
Can I get a photo
absolutely loved. It was great. Really disappointing was like obviously they relied entirely on Jonathan Majors selling the fact that this guy doesn't give a fuck. Like he is so above everything and nothing phases him because he's clearly a badass and he's giving it that because he's Jonathan Majors and he's a good actor. But when we just see a generic Star Wars planet explode, that doesn't mean anything. Show us a bunch of dead Avengers. Like that would have been such a cool moment and just nothing. Anyway, MODOK.
MODOK.
Fucking okay.
The second that mask lift up, I lost it.
Hey, Chris, you want to see MODOK?
I tell you what, I've seen a lot of people being like, "This sucks." Chris, what do you think?
Is this like a distorted image Reddit, or is this in a what do you think?
This is legit what it looks like.
This is MODOK.
It's not good enough. It's not good enough.
I said to Alex after the movie, it reminds me of the
it looks absolutely ridiculous.
Well, yeah, it does. As you can see on the side,
it reminds me of 3D. It did remind me of the Spy Kids 3D, just distorted.
This movie is very Spy Kids 3D. So let me talk about MODOK. A lot of people obviously saying he looks like absolute shit. I love it. I think it is perfect for what MODOK is because you're taking a character who, if you were to try and do him realistically in live action, you'd never be able to get it right. So they're just committed to doing it wrong because it's funny. And they played him as a completely comedic character. The origin coming from Ant-Man, I thought was a clever way to tie it all back and like explain why he's got this distorted body. Like, I think that works pretty damn well, other than, he's so smart that his brain got bigger than the rest of his body. So I'm fine with how they did MODOK. I think it actually worked quite well. I like that because it was very comic book level.
He's Darren.
It was very, very...
I
thought where MODOK went, I wasn't entirely happy with.
I think for the most part, he was fantastic and funny, and obviously just looked ridiculous, so it had that sort of comedic effect.
Yeah, my God, it's just hilarious. It's so funny.
Yep,
it's so stupid. But yeah, where he ended up, I wasn't exactly happy plot-wise, but oh well, what are you gonna do? End credit scenes, both of them, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it'll be interesting what they do.
I'm very
excited.
Interesting.
I'm excited,
but
it just makes me worried. It just makes me worried when we can't.
I'm worried that this guy's riding Kang Dynasty.
Yeah, that really concerns me, actually. I really don't like hearing that news, and I really hope that off seeing this film, good old little Kevin Feige over there is going to be like, you want to
have some words.
Gonna have some words with you guys.
They should have kind of kept this. This is cool.
Well, I mean, they had him in the mask for like 60% of his time. But then the second they revealed him, it was just fucking hilarious and so stupid.
Getting what you were saying about all the CGI.
Oh, the CGI, yeah.
Yeah.
This film is in the real world for what? 5 minutes?
5 minutes.
At the beginning and
then
the
it's
end?
in a cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
modem.
not great. And I just think the color palette was wrong. Like, I really love the designs of a bunch of stuff. It was just really dark for some reason.
Yeah, it was all really like dull variations of these colors.
Pump the brightness up, pump the saturation up. This film would look a lot better. But then you can't hide all the bad CG. So
yeah, I don't know, man.
It's very mid. It's just very mid.
Very
it
mid.
is very mid.
Yeah. Well, Marvel, do better. You heard it here.
There you go.
Marvel.
First, even, maybe.
Chris warned you.
However, we did get a poster for the Marvels, and I'm very excited.
And they pushed it back to November.
I didn't even know that was a thing, so
yeah,
I really don't care. I'm fine with, hey, take your time, make movies better.
Yeah,
delays are always good, except when they're bad.
Yep. Hey man,
that's right.
That's right. Look at us. What else are we talking about?
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Not me.
That's a Paul Rudd, you know.
That's a Paul Rudd.
Hey, just shout out to Paul Rudd. Just continuing, like Paul Rudd and Jonathan Majors, like just fantastic.
Paul Rudd's just Paul Rudd, very likable. Whereas Jonathan Majors just delivers a great performance.
He's so down to earth too. And he's just gorgeous.
He's going to be in Creed.
Oh my god! I can't wait.
Literally get him next week again.
We get him next week again. We get Cocaine Bear this week.
Cocaine Bears this week.
Cocaine Bear. Yep. Hey. Yeah. Hey, Thursday. Cocaine Bear. Oh, we're not going. We're not invited to see Cocaine Bear. I'm just saying that it comes out this week.
No. Are we excited to see a little film starring everyone's favorite Kylo Ren?
When's the date?
Yeah, what is it?
It is. We can go see it anytime from March 9th.
Hey.
Exciting. What was that one called again? This is the space one?
This is Space Dinosaur one.
Dinosaurs. Space dinosaurs.
Yeah, but it's Earth, so it's not really space.
Yeah, like I said, he gets back. Oh, it's Earth, but it's the wrong time.
He's from space.
Yeah, it's Planet
of the Apes, man. Come on.
But it's reverse Planet of the Apes because he's back in time, not forward.
Exactly. Yeah. It's reverse Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Planet of the
Dinosaurs. He's going to find the Statue of Liberty not even built yet. And
he's going to find the blueprint.
Chris, I want you to picture yourself. Chris, I want you to picture yourself in a Sony board meeting, and you're an executive producer at Sony, and you're sitting there and you're listening to all these pitches, and someone says, "Planet of the Apes," but the other way.
I'll admit that interests me. My eyes have opened in that meeting.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
We're getting it.
That doesn't give credit because, like, there's a torrent of shit ideas around that. And that one's like slightly could have something to it. So
what if we do Spider-Man from the UK and it's Henry Cavill? That's a legitimate rumor going around.
We do like Henry Cavill, so
do you want to see him in a skin-tight Spider-Man suit with the UK emblem on it?
Yes.
And that's exactly why they are possibly doing that.
A lot of our podcasters here and a lot of our audience would like watch anything with Henry Cavill. So
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong.
We like Henry Cavill.
I can't wait for everyone to get into fucking Warhammer. Like, it's gonna be weird as shit watching people get into Warhammer.
We're bringing 40k to the mainstream through Henry Cavill. He's going to talk about it in his Oscar speech.
And it's gonna be so weird. It's gonna be great. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh man, I can't believe those Space Marines do." And we're gonna be like, "What world is this?"
Yes.
So
that's
you guys want to talk about the Loostverse?
Yeah, there's a new show.
Yes, there is a new episode of a new show.
A couple new episodes of discussion that need to happen over here on MMT.
Yeah.
I am not up to date on The Last of Us, but my dad is doing better. Shout out to my dad and the fantastic staff at the hospital that he's been staying at. They've been wonderful.
We love to hear it.
Shout out to Randall.
But get your ass back home because I want to watch The Last of Us.
I'm surprised you just haven't resorted to taking a laptop and just plonking it on him and watching.
I considered it, but like that's quite a lot of effort. So, you know, I was like, oh, okay, well, I know the story. I'll wait and watch it with him.
Guys,
so have we officially discussed the climactic Henry episode from last week? Oh, no, okay, so we missed that.
A quick one because I caught up on 3 episodes. I want to jump back to the one that I
so late.
missed
so
all the way
behind.
back. I want to say it. All I want to add is I really enjoy the episode with them pretty much just driving and bonding. Yeah. I think that was really the chemistry between them is really great.
That's the correct opinion, Michael. Good work.
Thank you.
That's a good opinion. You
I
finally
think
had a good one.
like this, and the point still sort of stands with the newer episode as well. But even this show still seems to grip me, even with the episodes that aren't just like action packed. Let's go kill all the infected. Like I'm enjoying
any episodes like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've
never been any.
There's no real I haven't seen one episode of The Walking Dead in this show. So
they try to avoid the infected.
Yeah, but
you get that one scene right at the end of episode 3?
4.
Yeah, there's been one big shoot 'em up scene.
One with Tess when you get to see.
Yes.
Oh, that.
Episode 1, you mean, or 2?
3.
Guys, it feels like we're talking about all these old episodes. Can we talk about the latest ones?
My point.
No, shut up.
My point was, I really enjoyed the episode where it's just them, and it's really building the chemistry between them. I think they both performed really great in that episode. Now we can jump onto the ones with the one we missed and the new one.
Okay,
get it, Henry.
Michael got heated.
Okay, so
man had an opinion.
I did.
No, he did, and I
don't talk much.
That a lot of people agree with.
I don't talk much, and if you try to shut me down when I talk, I'm going to kick your ass.
Has been enjoying The Last of Us.
Okay,
and no one's listening to him. All right, it's a great show.
He's the only one that's enjoying it. No one else is watching it but him. We all need to watch it.
Episode 3. They're hitting it out the park.
All right,
Game of Thrones was really good, and then they fucked it up at the end.
Episode 5, let's go.
Guys, have you watched a show called Breaking Bad?
Partly.
Hey, you know what? It might be a tough opinion. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, you know what? Not a lot of people watched it. I don't hear a lot of people talking about it, but you know what? I like it.
It's true.
Bryan Cranston, comedic actor.
I hear they're making another show of it.
Okay.
Last of Us, episode 5.
Last of Us.
So Michael really liked this episode, I imagine.
Sorry, Michael.
What was if I hated the rest? What if that was my one
That's a hot take.
That's a hot take.
I don't have a hot take. I'm sorry.
I'm
like every other person.
It's a good show.
So these latest 2 episodes, you got the Henry and Sam one where we have the World War Z zombies run out.
Yes,
infected.
So big ending to that one.
Big ending
in more than one way. A big game moment. Obviously, everybody was looking towards happening. A few big game moments, and changed it up a little bit.
Yeah,
we got a big boy.
Made Ellie a dum dum. Nah, made Ellie a child who was trying to save her friend.
Yeah,
which was sad. And now that we've had the next episode and her reflect on that, it's quite sad also.
So this latest episode. Sorry, Michael, go ahead.
I was just about to say, having not played that far into the game, boo, yes. That really that did quite get to me that ending, like because it's sort of connected to the young boy.
Yeah,
and you sort of felt for him, and like he was like after you find out he's been bitten, and he's sort of just like can you stay up with me? It's just. It's just a bit heartbreaking.
I'd say a cute fun fact about that actor. That actor, when asked what his favorite superhero was, he said Miles Morales, Spider-Man. And fun fact about that, the actor who plays Miles Morales in the PlayStation Insomniac Spider-Man games was the same actor who played that character in the original Last of Us.
There you go.
So he's kind of living his idol
he's
game,
like right alongside with his idol, which is pretty cool.
I felt like we connected more to these 2 characters than in the game, to be honest, over the course of our episode.
Especially Henry, I believe. Henry's very different than he is in the game. In the game, he's much more like stern and strict and degrading, or like very on top of Sam throughout it. Like if Sam makes mistakes, like
he's much more altogether.
Yeah. And in this show,
they did add obviously this whole layer of the freedom fighters, let's call them,
and
they have a name.
Leukemia.
Sorry.
And Sam's leukemia.
Yeah.
Was that in the game?
I don't remember that. Okay. I don't think we knew them for long enough, to be honest.
True.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. But yeah, and obviously what I was mentioning, the main difference being in the game, he keeps his bite to himself.
Yeah.
And we just wake up and Ellie's obviously attacked, and then that goes very similar. But then Ellie trying to save him, like, you know, she knows she's maybe not the best idea, you know.
Yeah.
But she just tries.
She tries.
And yeah, the line, like you said, stay up with me. Yeah, I had a tear.
Tell you what, though, I had a tear in this latest episode.
Yeah.
Nice segue.
Thanks, I did it. This was it. Episode 7, 6, episode 6.
I think 6.
6. Yeah.
Kin. This is we're 3 months later now after the Henry and Sam incident, and we're on our way to Jackson. Which, you know, we never saw in the game. We never saw in the first game, but we saw Jackson in the second game.
Funny that.
Correct.
It's almost like they're gonna possibly do the second game.
Yeah.
Yes. So, other change in the game, obviously. Now
it's a lot easier to foreshadow things from the second game when you've already done the second game and you already do, and like when you do things like it's like Invincible. Like they after like a decade of the comic being out, they can do the show and they can rework the story to like pace a little bit better.
It's easy
and make it feed into the episode structure.
It's easy to finish and end a show when the writer completes the series before the show ends. You know,
and if you imagine if the show were to play like the game, then we're going to watch an episode of Ellie go around slaughtering like 50 people next as that level in the game. You kill a lot of people as Ellie.
Yeah.
Probably not going to be what's going to happen in the show.
So in this episode, we get Sam and Tommy. Sorry, we get Tommy and Joel reuniting.
That was a good moment. That was a nice moment.
This episode is just full of like great moments, great character moments. We see Ellie find out more about Joel's backstory, or basically find out that Ellie finds out that Joel about
big
Sarah.
moment with Joel. Yeah. Big confrontation with Joel and Ellie, where she tells him she knows as well.
Yeah, she tells him she knows, and then he's just
honestly, that outburst, that was my real connection to this Ellie. I was really felt that Ellie
that
here.
Hit my emotion.
Yeah. Bella Ramsey put on an absolute show in that scene.
And Pedro's
I'm very invested
with him and his brother just before talking in the shoe repair shop. That was heartbreaking. We just basically been like, I'm not okay, and I can't take her any further because I don't want to care. He's like, because he's caring, and he's like, I don't want to care because if I care, I'm gonna lose her. I fail at everything, and she will die if I take care of her and take her, and then that obviously turns into the conversation between him and Ellie, where he's like, I'm going, and she's just like, don't you leave. Everyone's left me.
Yeah.
And
I've lost people too.
Yeah. So I've lost people too.
Yeah.
His hard exterior really cracks in this episode.
But then following that morning little switch up when we thought it was brother.
Yeah.
But it's Joel on the horse. There's the immediate moment of him teaching her to shoot. And there's so much more father-daughter. They're very up against each other because they've kind of both made that exception the night before now. That what the dynamic is.
What this is.
Yeah, they've come to terms okay, we're staying together now because we're friends or we're family, not because it's just purely the mission. Yeah, exactly.
Well, up until this point, he only really refers to her as cargo when people ask. Yeah. So I'm wondering if he drops that now, if anyone, in the next few episodes, if someone does point to it, if he sort of stops referring to her as just cargo.
But yeah, we're in this together now.
And then we get a montage of them bonding with each other on while they're traveling to the university. Then we get the university part of the game, and they didn't do the giraffes, but it's okay.
You're still waiting for your giraffes.
It's okay. It's okay. They haven't done the giraffes yet, but it's okay.
Are you sure you're okay?
Huh? We won't. I don't think we're going to see the giraffes.
I don't think so.
I think it's an iconic moment. I think it'd be interesting to see if they don't at least reference it somehow.
Yeah, we'll see.
We got the monkeys.
Monkeys were cool.
Braden's like, whoa, I gotta watch this. There's monkeys.
He's got the monkeys. I see the monkeys.
And then obviously we run into some raiders at the university, and then we get probably one of the best episode endings so far because it's exactly how winter ends. I'm pretty sure it's how, like, we got a time jump in the game where it ended right here. And this is with Joel being stabbed by the broken end of a baseball bat. So splintered.
Continuity, we just saw that break against a tree.
Yeah.
Like half the scene before as well. It was very well shot.
Literally the same fight scene. That's how it opens because the Raider swings the bat. Yeah.
And then it makes sense it was in his hand still when Joel shoves him up against the tree.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then obviously we have Joel fainting, falling off the horse, and then ends with Ellie just being like, I can't do this without you.
Yeah.
And that's
where... What did Joel conveniently just teach Ellie to do?
How to shoot a gun.
How to shoot the rifle to get food.
Mm-hmm.
He just taught her that. How convenient.
As good as Joel.
Sometimes the world just comes together.
It does. I can't wait for Boss Ellie next episode. Taking care of business. Taking care of Joel.
I can't wait until season 2 where we get fucking hardened Ellie.
Yeah.
I'm
long way away.
Yeah.
Hey, I can't wait to see the show try and portray the emotional journey that the second game is, and how that would unfold. Because I think the tough one.
Mainstream audience are gonna be pretty.
Yes.
Yep.
By the way, just this disclaimer: Last of Us 2 is a masterpiece.
Fantastic! It's incredible. People need to get over it. I only had
one. If people don't get it, they need to replay 1 and 2 again.
I think there's only one thing I would say about it. I would have liked maybe if Ellie and Abby's story. That's what I'm gonna say about the actual story. It wasn't you get a chunk of Ellie and then a chunk of Abby. If it was a bit more back and forth, that's the only thing I would have liked from that game. Other than that, in terms of the story and what happens, I love it.
Because hey, everyone's got a story.
Mm-hmm. But yes, show's great. This episode probably my favorite one so far, just because I'm a sucker for emotion and character development and shit like that. So I loved this episode. My favorite thing on Twitter is there's a big thing trending, and it's called "Is that Nina?" Because there's a girl in Jacksonville just kind of staring at Ellie, and at one point, and then the whole internet is just gone, "Is that Nina?" The character from Last of Us Part 2.
When they're like eating when they first get there.
In the med school kind of.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's a bit of fun.
That's the game that Twitter's playing. Is that Nina? And yeah. Tommy's gonna have a kid. He's not his wife will. But
man, the infected got weird.
Yeah. But yeah, love the show.
Who played Tommy? Because
Gabe.
We were just talking about that other movie, and in my head, it's just Adam Driver.
I think it's Gabriel Luna. The main thing I know him from was he played the new Terminator in that really bad Terminator film a few years ago, the one that everyone forgot about.
Yikes.
Terminator Dark
Fate.
The
Dark Fate.
Yeah. He played the new Terminator in that.
Yep. Garbage.
Real bad. Moving on. So yeah. Chris? What else you been watching?
Oh, I've been on a journey. Netflix keeps throwing up those 90s thrillers.
Ooh, and I'm on to throwing you softballs as well.
If there's if the court's involved, if it's a crime movie, I'm in. And I wouldn't even be surprised if these are all made by the same production company. They are just methodically well shot, well made, just crime or courtroom dramas. Like They're all the same. A few good actors here and there. Anyway, this one is where the cracks showed.
Oh no.
So I watched A Time to Kill, starring Sam Jackson, Matthew McConaughey. Sandra Bullock is on the poster. Was not really the third leading actress, but because we've also got Kevin Spacey in a minor role. We don't like him. Yeah, what a movie.
Yeah, good movie.
So the story is Sam Jackson's daughter is sexually assaulted, and he murders the two white supremacists, like rednecks, in cold blood.
Yeah.
For doing it.
Good on him.
Now, so it's his trial. Matthew McConaughey's his lawyer. Mm-hmm. All the courtroom scenes make absolutely no sense. So
oh no.
He's pleading not guilty by reasons of insanity, which makes sense. So he could argue, he would never murder two people, but they assaulted his daughter, so he was insane and he did it. But the prosecution spends the whole movie just trying to prove that he's the one that committed the murder, even though there were 50 witnesses and he did it in the courthouse.
Oh.
Yeah, it's amazing. So they're bringing in fingerprints and the murder weapon and saying...
And he's like, and Sam Jackson's like, yeah,
the man
I did it.
Yeah. I'm like, the defense already admits that he did it. This is not... It shouldn't be part of the... Like, it doesn't make any sense.
The whole movie.
The defense is not saying he didn't do it. No, it just went... So, yeah, the prosecution, when they went... All their questions are always like, were you there? Did you see who did it? Is that man in the courtroom today? And then the insanity side is trying to say, like, he was insane. And getting shut down, like, whenever they try and bring up what happened to his daughter, it's the mood is like, oh, you can't talk about that. We're trialing these two men. We're trialing this case. Those two men are dead. Like, we're not putting them on trial. Even though that's their defense. It doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
That sounds like it was very poorly written.
Yes. Like, and then the ending. So obviously, Matthew McConaughey actually.
Can we get a writer check on this film? I want to know if they've done anything else bad.
Okay.
Right. Oh yeah. So by the way, it's a lot to unpack here, but all this courtroom drama is intercut with a town being terrorized by the KKK plot. Right?
Okay.
And the KKK are like bombing Matthew McConaughey's house and setting his house on fire. And at one point, Matthew McConaughey defuses a bomb on his porch by picking it up. The bomb goes off in his hand, and he throws it in the air, and he survives. But it rings in his hand, and he just throws it. Amazing scene. This is what I mean. Like, these are the
human man.
Holy shit!
I got a background check.
All right, here we go. Background check. What they got?
Notable credits from this writer, Akiva Goldsman: Batman Forever, A Time to Kill.
Oh, my favorite.
Batman and Robin.
The Batmans, of course. All those George Clooney one-liners, basically.
A Beautiful Mind, I, Robot, The Da Vinci Code, I Am Legend,
okay, Stranger.
Angels and Demons, Transformers, The Last Night.
You know what? Let's slow down because let's slow down.
Career.
Because this movie has this big underlying like race and KKK and story and stuff, and the message there is not so poorly put in. It's just that the actual court case in the movie makes absolutely no sense.
Weird.
And I might add that he wins, not guilty by reasons of insanity, and he walks out the front door and goes home.
Oh yeah, because that's how that works.
No. You committed. You're still committed. You're mentally. You're proven insane by the court. But no, he walks out and goes home, and everyone's cheering, and it's a happy day.
Oh, happy!
Everyone's cheering. Oh, he was
yeah,
guilty.
the townsfolk are cheering.
Oh,
so an
they
interesting
beat
part.
the KKK.
But the thing is this well acted. The scenes are really well done. So, for example, he accidentally shoots a police officer when he murders the two people that deserve it, and the police officer has their leg amputated, but they're a close family friend of him, and they forgive him. And in the courtroom, they tell the jury he's a hero turn him loose. And the lawyer who's like prosecutor is like, judge, silence the witness. Like he's just emotionally addressing the jury, and no one does anything. And I'm like, yes, Kevin Spacey, they should silence the witness. This is not okay at all. He's just emotionally
anyone will
screaming
ever
at the
say
jury.
yes, Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, Chris, I'm going to extend that to say, Chris, you should never ever say the words, yes, Kevin Spacey, silence the witness.
So,
Please
yeah,
never
well,
say that.
it was relevant. Kevin Spacey's telling that witness to be silent. Anyway.
Life reflecting art. Life imitating art.
So, Sandra Bullock gets kidnapped by the KKK and goes to a Klan meeting.
Oh, we're still going.
Jesus, there's a whole nother C plot. I
told you, Sandra Bullock's involved. She starts working as a paralegal because she just approaches Matthew McConaughey and she's kind of the love interest. She just goes, "Hey, you need help," and starts working for him. And then the KKK target her.
More than a lawyery, courty type film just being like, I'm a woman, so I'm going to now be the love interest, and because of that, I'm now just going to be your paralegal.
Yeah, and then she's also the damsel because she gets captured by the KKK.
Jesus.
I'm going to be honest, when I asked Chris, hey Chris, what have you been watching? I was hoping we were going to get some Everything Everywhere All at Once chat. But we can't.
No, I told you,
this
was a whopper. Like, there's no, like...
It was an absolute whopper.
It was a whopper. A whopper. Put the hands. Because there was a lot. There was a lot there.
There were a lot of layers. It was kind of disappointing.
I thought I was enjoying it at parts, but then I thought I felt sick at parts. But then culminating in a few hours later, it was definitely sick.
It was a whopper,
we completely lost the Hungry Jack sponsorship.
Yeah.
I'm crying.
Oh, God.
I think that's all I can...
Chris, I'm going to need you to go on Letterboxd and make your review say this
Chris
was a
doesn't
whopper.
do Letterboxd anymore, I've noticed.
I lost it. I missed a bit, and then it just then there's too much to go back and add, and
it's never
realistic.
Too late to pick
never
it
too
back
late to
up.
box. It's never too late to box.
It's true.
Have a lost 2 months, and then you're fine.
I think it's
but yeah, all I could, that it doesn't make sense. The case doesn't make sense. Matthew McConaughey wins the case by addressing, like, just telling the story of the sexual assault and making them feel sorry for Sam Jackson.
Is that what we're doing?
Which yes, it is. But the judge has already said that they're not allowed to talk about that, even though it is their defense. And then that's his closing statement.
Okay.
But yeah, hats off to Matthew McConaughey. Keep an eye on him because it is a good ending monologue he gives in this one.
So, on your rating scale, how many whoppers out of 5?
It's I'd give it a 2 whoppers out of 5 just for Matthew McConaughey's closing bit because it is really intense and there's a message there.
2 out of 5 whops. Got it.
It gets 2 just for that, just for the underlying message about harmony, and 0 for
Thanks, Michael.
accuracy. 0 for accuracy because every courtroom scene is completely bullshit and a terrible depiction of a trial.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And how was the good movie?
I also watched a multiverse movie because multiverses are hot right now.
Yeah, multiverse is very hot right now.
That's multiverse. He's so hot right now.
Yeah. Finally watched everything, all at once. Did that right? I always say it wrong.
Everything everywhere all at once.
Oh, yeah. Almost right. Now, Chris, big question is, was this one a whopper?
This one was not a whopper. That sounds like I'm saying it's bad, but whopper's bad.
This was an ultimate whopper.
This Big Mac.
This was an ultimate whopper.
This is a Zinger burger box with a...
Oh, I like that. This was a zinger. That's a fair comparison. This is a zinger. I had no idea going in. I just knew it was going to be a fun movie because you guys have all wanted me to get onto it.
Yep, we've all raved about it.
Yep. And then, did not realize it was crazy, like batshit multiverse movie.
Very quick question, Chris. I really hope you weren't because you might have had a panic attack. Were you high at the time?
But when I watched this one,
yeah.
I don't think I was actually.
No, it was high when you watched the whopper.
For the best.
I don't think I would have followed it. I don't think this one would be a good one to watch inebriated.
No, it'd be too much.
What you want to do is go watch Mank. You want to watch Mank while you're high.
And then spill your drink all over the cinema floor.
I don't remember that part.
You did it.
I don't remember much of the movie either. Anyway, go see Mank on an edible and see episode 25 for that anecdote.
It's a whopper. Everything Everywhere All at Once. How is it?
I enjoyed it. Yeah. Didn't know anything going in, so it was blowing me away. Short Round or Radar or what's the actor's name? He's all grown up. I straight away I was like, oh my god, I've not seen this man in a movie since he was a child, and yeah, love to see him. He's still got the energy.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, he's excellent.
The IRS lady. What is that actor?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
I have not seen her in a movie for a while either. She was excellent, hilarious.
So good.
I was losing it. What is she in that is my childhood movie of mine? Oh, Freaky Friday. She's mine from Freaky Friday forever.
Also in Halloween, by the way.
Yeah, also just the
yeah, I was never big on the horrors as a child. They scared me.
You like Knives Out?
I still haven't seen Knives Out.
Oh well, there you go. Jamie Lee Curtis is in that.
No, I haven't seen Glass Onion. I've seen Knives Out.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Chris,
she's in Knives Out. So.
I know.
I mean, you know what, Chris, in another universe, I would have just been happy doing laundry and taxes with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
but we're getting a divorce.
Fucking good.
There were lots of good lines in this. Like, I really liked Short Round's bit where he's like, "You are bad at everything, so you have unlimited potential." You could be like,
the entire rock scene is
just be.
You're the most unsuccessful Evelyn.
Just be a rock.
Beautiful moment.
Be a rock is incredible. If I could be anywhere, why would I be here
with you?
Yeah.
Incredible. Great movie.
Liked the bagel.
I put everything in a
bagel with everything on it.
Sesame.
Everything bagel.
And sesame.
So funny. Incredible movie. Love the movie.
Yeah. The pace, it did not stop. Also,
no,
it was go, and yeah, it did had to take a breath at the end.
Now, Chris, when you first saw her Auditor of the Year awards, did you go, "That's a butt plug"?
Yes, of course. Yes, and then I didn't expect
was for it to
go in a butt.
If you introduce a butt plug in Act 1, it must be used by the end of the film.
Yeah, and it had a friend.
Yeah. I was not ready for that.
That was a scene.
That was so funny.
So that's the bit I kind of still didn't understand. Why so unlikely caused the connection?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, it's just
what was the reason?
So what they do is they find a jumping path to another universe where they have a specific skill set, and so what they do is they calculate the weirdest thing to do. To get
so it has to be weird so that there's no chance that anyone.
It has to be unlikely. It has to be unlikely enough. Well, it's like because it'd be like, oh, if I stab myself in the shoulder now, then that's a whole nother branch in universe where I could have something else. So what they do is they just grab those universes, the end of those universes where they have these skills, and they tie them back to one moment where they currently are in the decision they make that will branch off into that universe. And it just happens that this movie.
I see. It's the decision point they're creating by doing the absurd act the dildo.
Damn, what just a masterclass in fucking almost budget filmmaking, in the weirdest way.
Yeah, I didn't expect it all to be set at the IRS as well. We were there for so long. Yeah.
Yo, talk about pressure for their next film, The Daniels. Goddamn.
Hey, this movie's gonna probably win all the awards.
Hope so.
So Gong Gong, hilarious.
Yep.
Is when Gong Gong turned all the agents on main one.
Evelyn.
What was her name? I said her name just before. Evelyn, of course. Yeah. Hilarious. Good fight scene as well.
Oh, incredible.
The fights are great.
I did question the martial arts. She's winning a fight against 4 people, but then just sign spinning means she can win a fight. But I'm like, it's combined with the martial arts. But it was a good scene.
Just sign spinning. Don't go bother those sign spinning people. They'll fuck you up.
Exactly. That's what it was making me think.
Yeah. The hot dog universe too. Fantastic.
Yeah. So I was prepared for the hot dog universe. I was expecting a whole sausage person from the way you guys were talking about it, or what I heard.
Chris was expecting it to just be intercut with scenes from Sausage Party.
Yes, I was expecting like a whole sausage person stretched out or something.
But
we liked the sausage fingers.
We're going to get Seth Rogen up here.
Seth Rogen, Jonah Hill, Michael Cera, the whole team.
And the sausage finger connection that caused between that Evelyn and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Nothing's funnier when she wipes the tear away with her foot. That's so funny.
Because that scene is doing such heavy lifting. Yeah. It's so good.
And then when she picks up her back, she grabs her suitcase with her foot.
I was sad for her. Because I was like, for that one, like, Dylan just walked down on her when they were having like an intimate moment.
Yeah.
And then the foot.
Well, guys, I have been watching a new show. I spoke about it briefly last week, and I want everyone to start watching it because it's incredible. It's called Shrinking.
What's this on again?
This is on Apple TV Plus, same place where Ted Lasso is. This stars everyone's favorite actor, my favorite actor. I'm just happy to see Jason Segel back in things, and he's great in the show. And so is Harrison Ford. It's great to see Harrison Ford act again because he kind of
loved him in Force Awakens.
Yeah,
he actually caring.
He's caring. He cares about this, and he's fantastic in it. And it's just a great show. And I don't want to reveal too much. I just want everyone to watch it. But I'm loving it at the moment. I wait desperately each Friday for the new episode to drop. It's one of my favorite shows currently on TV right now. And yeah, I really hope more people start to watch it because I'm rewatching it with my parents at the moment as well.
I'm hearing some buzz about it. I've heard like quite a few people like mention it in passing. Like they're checking it out. They're enjoying it. They're wanting to check it out. It's good. A lot of people are just like, man, I haven't seen Jason Segel in a while.
Yep, we haven't, and he's back, and he's great. He proves why you shouldn't have gone anywhere. He's got a lot of How I Met Your Mother money to live off though. But I can't talk.
Yeah, those royalties off that what do they call it when you
10-year show?
Yeah, when you're a 10-year show, what do they call it?
Centennial? No, that's 100.
It wasn't 10 years ago. Though. It ran
decimal.
It ran 9
when
seasons.
You syndicated.
Almost a dozen.
Syndication, is that what I'm thinking of?
Probably.
Was syndicated? Which just means it's replayed and.
Well, it is. It's one of the most popular shows.
That's where the money's at.
It's also a better show than Friends. Cough. Anyway, so everyone should watch.
To syndicate is to sell in brackets a horse to a syndicate. That's the second definition. I will admit.
How Much Your Mother is a horse.
You just look that up in the wiki on like Age of Empires 4. You've got open in.
No, that is the second legal definition of syndicate.
Sure.
The first is to publish or broadcast, but that's not interesting.
Yeah, that's not as fun.
And
do we have any other honorable mentions?
Yeah, the last thing I want to mention quickly is South Park's back, and South Park's great still. I'm sure we've all seen that Prince Harry and Meghan shit.
I had
funny.
A customer at work who was an older gentleman who just suddenly went off on this absolute tirade about how good that episode was.
Have we not seen anything, Chris?
Random.
I've not seen anything.
I can imagine that.
Reaction time.
I mean, there's so much content there. They're making fun of Harry and Meghan.
It's quite funny.
Do you want a reaction?
I've already got it up on YouTube, but let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's go. Oh my god!
Be very quick with these clips, because
why? It's South Park.
We'll get got.
It's gonna affect the video.
Sky News has it on their YouTube, so
yeah, we're watching a news clip.
Yeah.
Sky News. I don't want to support Sky.
Why not?
Because the fucking Murdoch bullshit.
Yeah,
I hate them.
We don't like
New York Post.
Murdoch.
All right, you know what? I'm just gonna vamp.
while you're getting that one up, I'll throw in a few things.
I can already see them on a morning show holding up a sign to the crowd that says, "We want our privacy. Stop looking at us." It's already pretty much on point.
Let me get it up.
Yeah.
Michael, talk about your thing quickly while I get it up.
I'll jump in. So me and Gemma finished the first part of You, so we're all up to date now. I'm very excited to see where this goes in the second half of the season after the sort of twist we have. We finished Clarkson's Farm. Great show. Love it. I want season 3 already. And then, all out of nowhere, we watched Superbad Saturday night.
Oh yeah, Superbad's good.
Classic.
And it's always enjoyable. I always forget how much I enjoy that movie.
Hell yeah.
That's about it.
How did that hold up?
I think it still holds up. I still find it pretty funny and stuff. Like, I don't think it would age poorly. It's just teenagers just doing some dumb shit.
Alrighty, I've got it queued up, everyone.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go,
everyone. Let's do it.
Strap
on. Then they go on their worldwide privacy tour.
Yeah.
Well, they end up in South Park.
As per usual with South Park, we were all thinking it.
Yep. Well done, South Park.
The title of the book got me so hard.
Yeah,
that's so good.
That's amazing. I was about to say, I'd love if they make fun of his biography as well, because that's very memed upon right now. It's like, there it is.
Of course, straight away.
Yeah.
God damn. Well, Alex, please send me a link to that so I can put it in the podcast.
Oh, that was on Paramount Plus.
And I will find it somehow. You're welcome, gang.
I legally pay for it. I'm sorry.
Available on YouTube.
You can go to your podcast service of
legally
choice
pay.
And follow us there.
Legally pay.
Legally paid and then shared online for free. Definitely not piracy. I'm not sure how that works. Follow us on your podcast service of choice. You can leave a review. Please leave a review. It'd be really handy. Share it with your friends. If you like it, head over to YouTube, subscribe, like the video, comment your thoughts, and hit us up on the socials. Add Michael on Facebook.
Next week we'll be talking all about Lilo and Stitch, because we didn't do that this week.
Okay. Next week, Lilo and Stitch. I assume Alex will go see Cocaine Bear. There'll be a Last of Us episode, and there'll be something else. So get Kang.
Get Kang.
Get Kang. I'm Kang. I'm
no,
Kang for Kang.
Everyone, and that's it. Is that it? We done?
That's it.
All right.
And as always,
I'm Alex.
I'm Braden.
I'm Christian.
And I'm Michael.
And we're out of here, and we finally got it right. Goodbye.